Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me. And I can't choose what I want to say.
Yeah, here we are. Put that in. Keep that in.
Oh.
Here we go. It's early. It's morning time. Hey, there you go. We got a pilgrim here. It's kind of a chef's hat.
It's not bad. Oh, I forgot about this thing. Someone sent us this. Oh, I'm not on the microphone. Someone sent us this.
Oh, yeah, we've covered this.
We'll hang it at some point.
One day we'll get it up there.
Well, we're getting out of this shithole.
Yeah, we're getting out of this relationship. We got a new desk lady. She seems nice.
We got to tell them by the end of this month.
Oh,
End of this
okay,
month,
great.
I'll tell
By the
them
end of
today.
June.
We'll just say it right now. Hey, you whores, we're out.
We're going to frame this Creole townhouse mausoleum Second Empire. That's getting framed.
There you
We're
go.
going to frame this clock. Nice big wooden frame over this
frame
thing.
a circular frame on the clock.
We're going to frame Chuck for rape. Finally get rid of him.
Thank you.
This Salacuse photo's going right up there.
There it is.
An
right
all-time
there.
classic Salacuse. This is about Chuck right here. About 14
yeah.
girlfriends
He's
at a
got
time.
a big dumper, that Chuckster. And this is from a television show that's pretty good.
Pretty good show. Pretty good program, although that season sucks. But
Very good show.
what are you going to do? It's a big day, June 24th, for God's sakes.
Ooh, boy, we're in February over here.
Yeah, if you like banked episodes, this is the one for you. If you hate them,
Oh, yeah, Chase
just
Bank.
kidding.
We're
Chase,
here.
Chase Bank, Chase Utley,
Chase
black people.
down the street. That's police. That's what you do.
You ever read Mark Wahlberg's Wikipedia?
Oh, I wrote on it.
That is, that's a spicy meatball.
Well, I don't want to get anybody in trouble. What's going on with BP?
BP.
Oil.
Batting practice?
No, Brad Pitt.
Oh, I don't know about Brad Pitt.
You
What happened
seeing
with Brad
this?
Pitt?
It's,
No.
it's bubbling.
Don't tell me about Brad Pitt, because I love Brad Pitt.
Well, I
He's
don't think
my guy.
This won't hurt your feelings.
But is he going to be canceled?
I don't think though they got him anything, but he all of his kids has changed their name from Pitt to Jolie. The wife hates him. Apparently, he beat the shit out of her on a private jet.
Well, how long ago?
I don't know, 5 years, 4 years.
Does it feel like they're trying to get the heat off P. Diddy here? P.
P.
Diddy's
Diddy's
running
got
around
heat.
the towel, and then all of a sudden they go, hey, Brad Pitt did this. I stand by Brad. Believe all Brad Pitts.
I like BP as well, and I don't like PD, but I think there's heat.
I'm sure there's heat. I just love Brad Pitt. I love him.
Me
PD,
too.
by the way. You call the PD when PD
Oh,
is doing the thing.
There
PD.
you go.
So they call Pedro Martinez. But anyways, I love Brad Pitt. So he beat up Angelina Jolie. Big whoop.
She could use a smack and a half.
She's
you know,
fine.
She made Tomb Raider 4.
Yeah, didn't she make out with her brother or something?
Oh, hopefully.
I think.
That's hot.
But hopefully he's innocent. I don't know. But I think he he rehabilitated and everything.
Okay,
That's
there
something.
you go. Yeah, he's no Ray Rice.
But I love Brad Pitt. He's the guy. What was I going to ask, though?
You think he ever drove around with Angelina when I'm just driving around with John Voight's daughter?
Oh, that's John Boyd's daughter. I
Yeah.
forgot.
Which is great because he's not a pretty man.
No.
But she is I know you're not into her, but man, she's in my top 5.
Top 5?
Oh, yeah, I got a weird 5. You're not going to like my 5.
Hit me with the 5.
Well, I got
May
a...
Planert.
Yes, with a bullet in her head. No, I like Amal Clooney.
I don't know Amal Clooney.
Ooh, that's my number uno, I'd say.
Amal Clooney?
Clooney's wife.
I don't know Amal.
Oh.
I thought he was married to Catherine Zeta-Jones.
No, Mall of America. Amal.
Don't know Amal.
Okay, give her a good.
I don't even know any of them.
Paul Mall. And malls are closing. It's all online, but I like that Natalie Port.
Love Natalie Portman. I met her in the Village.
Whoa,
Or-
short.
Not the Village, by Arlene's Grocery. She was teeny. You could break her in half.
Ooh, I'll do it right over the counter like a popsicle.
Just a little. She looked like a popsicle stick. She was teensy weensy peensy.
Break me off a piece of that Portman bar.
Gay bars.
Yes. in syndication, coming out soon.
Coming soon.
Please get on that Mars or Milky Way or M&M.
Milky Gay.
Hey.
A Milky Gay. That's how you come all over his face. A Milky Gay.
Well, yeah. I put in my Uranus. So
Who else do you got?
okay, I like that Emrata.
I don't know any of these people.
Emily Ratajkowski. She's a model.
I don't know models.
All right, plus size.
She's in Gone Girl. She's Ben Affleck's student that he's cheating on his wife with.
Oh,
Model T.
okay. It's been a minute since I saw that one.
I don't know. I got nothing else. Who you got?
I love
Oprah.
Emma Stone. Big Emma Stone guy.
I'm not into it.
Emma Stone won.
One. Uno.
Well, this is not in order. Of
Oh,
five. I'm
okay,
not trying to
okay.
name five. Emma Stone. Portman might be up there. This is all time.
I guess.
Because I
yeah.
love like Grace Kelly and Sybil
Sure.
Shepherd. I'm into that.
both very attractive.
Very hot. I love a blonde. And I'm not, everyone's going to be like, what? I'm not talking sitcom Sybil Shepherd. I'm talking Last Picture Show, Taxi Driver Sybil Shepherd. I think she's the
68,
hottest ever.
69. Wow, ever.
Yeah, she's ridiculous. No, 69, she was like 13. You got to go like 75.
Sorry, 61.
So give me Sybil Shepherd, Brett Butler.
Oh, I'm eating here. What are you doing?
I'm
Grace
kidding,
under
of
anal.
course.
Anal under fire.
I like Beverly D'Angelo. I'm trying to think because I like
a D.
a familiar with kind of person, you know.
Sure.
You see them, they're a mom, I guess.
The maternal thing is big. I do like a big fat mommy.
Well, you know who I love. The one I always talk about,
Joe Pesci.
where I got fucked on the on Bonfire that one time. You know who I love, the independent actress. She's in all the stuff.
Oh, I know her.
What's
yeah.
her toes? She's
Edie
on
Falco.
Louis. Hold on, I'll think of it. I'm all.
Ronan Farrow. What's her name?
No, she's in
Parker Posey.
Parker Posey, yes.
Hey,
She's
Parker
my
brothers.
all-timer, which I told you this story before. I'm on Bonfire. We're all picking our hottest woman. Then, as we're all arguing, I'm doing a bit, which I feel like no one ever knows when I'm doing a bit on podcasts. I'm like, Parker Posey's the hottest woman of all time. I'm doing this whole thing. And then all of a sudden, it goes, everyone put in $100. We'll have the audience vote. And I'm like, wait, what? I got to lose $100 now? No one's going to vote for Parker Posey.
No, and it's subjective.
You duped me.
Wait a minute. So is that a bit or is it not a bit?
Well, she's very hot, but I don't think she's the number one hottest of all time.
Sure,
but I love
sure.
her.
Okay.
But I wouldn't actually be like, we're betting money. If we voted, America's going to vote Parker Posey number one. It's
No,
insane.
not going to happen.
But I love Posey. I love Emma Stone. Lark Voorhees.
Ooh.
Well, I just want to diversify. You got to be PC.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I'll throw in, Beyonce.
WNBA lady.
Couldn't
This
think of
ain't
a-
Texas. I was just listening to that. Whoo. Gotta get down. That song kicks ass.
Who's the lady who went to jail in WNBA?
Oh,
My brain is shot.
yeah, mine too.
Brie Larson? What's
Rebecca
her name?
Lobo.
Oh,
Brie Larson.
fuck.
Yeah, Brie something. Brie. Brie's Company.
Brittany Griner?
Brittany
Griner.
Griner.
Put her on my
Yeah,
list.
Grinder.
Yes. I'll grind her into a paste. I think she might be a big old Les. She's taking
forget-
it to the hole.
I'll tell you what, Julia Louis-Dreyfus,
Oh,
Primo.
I like it. I like it.
Forget about it.
Oh, yeah. He took it
Get out. Jennifer Aniston's season 1, season 2 Friends was crazy.
Not
but she was
knocking it.
like a little bit thick and had the short hair.
Yes, the bob and weave.
that was really something.
She's Greek,
Is that right?
half Greek, Aniston.
Wait, is that accurate? That clock? There's no way. We haven't been going for 20 minutes. No. Oh my God! I almost shit my tits. I was like, we got to get going here. Wait, I was gonna say something a half an hour ago when you brought up Brad Pitt because I thought it was gonna be a good taking off point.
He beat up Mr.
But it was
Mrs.
before
Smith.
that. Did you hear about Pitt? I started to say a
I
thing.
cut you off with that, didn't I? Sorry. P. Diddy had a
P.
towel
Diddy.
on. No, wait. P. Diddy
Oh, wait, it was about Chase. Oh,
Bank.
it was about Mark Wahlberg's Wikipedia.
Sorry, beat up the Asian.
Beat up the Asian, but he also was known for playing a game called Kill the N-Word.
Ooh.
And he just played it. They were like, that was like the thing. Or it was kill or get. Pull up his Wikipedia. It was something in there.
Hopefully it's get.
Maybe it was get, but they would run around chasing him. And he has got several other cases other than just blinding the Asian guy. Did we talk about this already on the podcast?
I think we've we've come up with Asian beating. I think he blinded the guy.
Blinded a
Yeah.
guy. So you think that, that's crazy. Everyone makes a mistake. But he also was playing beat up the N-word.
Yeah, well, I feel like if you're going to hit a blinded Asian, it's the easiest to blind. I mean, they're halfway there.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But,
So cut that. But get the N-word. Holy hell. This is appalling.
But also, I'm like Donnie Wahlberg. You never hear about Donnie, but he's his older brother. There's no way Donnie was sitting at church,
That's true. He's teaching him everything he
doing
knows.
volunteer work. So
Yes. He ain't no saint.
no,
He's Mark's the apprentice.
but he wakes up at 3 a.m. and prays up or whatever. Are you sure we didn't talk about this? I feel like maybe I've said all of this on a podcast before.
Well, now what's worse? Get the N-word or Wild Hogs?
Is he in Wild Hogs?
I don't know. He's in Heaven Can Wait. He's in something where he's a priest that rides a motorcycle, which for some reason entices people.
That seems fun. That's a good getaway.
Well, it did crazy numbers. Big box office out there. Wahlberg is a big box.
Huge box.
So is my wife.
It is Kill.
It is Kill the N-word. Yeah.
Oh.
It wasn't like a sanctioned game. He just would scream it and chase.
Oh, that's not at the Olympics?
Well, it's not like a board game. They didn't buy it at from Mattel or whatever.
Parker Brothers?
Parker Posey Brothers. And but yeah, he would scream it and chase kids around
Wow.
and beat them up. But he's probably a victim of his time and place. He didn't.
Environment.
It's not like he was born and then all of a sudden was like, you know what? I'll just pick this word and beat up these kids.
Southie.
Somebody taught that to him. So
Well,
I think Dorchester.
Oh, sorry.
I could be wrong though.
Which I think is even worse.
Yeah, it doesn't have the movies, but
Right.
Dorchester's got some hair on it.
Well, we had Smear the Queer.
Oh, what does that mean? That sounds nice. You smear them and then fuck them, or
Well, it ain't a bagel, but it's I think we actually didn't have that, but I've heard of people doing it where
Yes,
I think you
course.
pick up poop and you smear it.
oh, gee
Give
whiz.
that a goo. Give Smear the Queer a goo.
Well, he's going to be on a fucking letter somewhere. What do you call that? A list.
Joe
How could I
List.
forget?
Yes. What do you got on Smear the Queer? And there was Greg Giraldo had a bit about it. That's the only reason I've heard of it.
Smear the queer.
Hold on, let's see. I mean, I've also heard that. It feels more like one of those things.
I think it was a Northeast thing.
I was going to say, I never heard it, but when you're out doing the New England, that's impressive.
I think I think that's more like you're just calling your friend that, though. It's not actually
Smear
going after
him.
yeah
Reputation.
But you're not going
Oh.
after gay people, as in Mark Wahlberg's game. They're actually going after black people.
Yeah.
Kill is bad.
like
Kill
this,
is bad. Chase them and beat them up. That's no good.
Yeah, this is like basically it's kind of like it's almost like Red Rover smear the
Oh.
fear, but you all kind of smash him. I don't know. It's like it's more just you're calling your friend that.
It's like Red Rover if Red Rover was a hate crime.
There
Thank
you
you.
go.
That's
Thank you.
fun.
Bend over, Red Rover.
Good time.
Yeah, well, we had, there was N-word knocking.
Oh, we didn't have that either.
I didn't either. And then there was also shit on the porch with the flaming.
That's something, but that wasn't specifically racially
No.
motivated.
It was just, we hate this guy. He's the douche on the block.
But we never did that. I just saw it in the films and whatnot. We did like ring and run, ding dong ditch, which was the same thing. You ring the doorbell and then run, which I never really got. You answer the door and you're like, oh, well, no one's here.
Right. What about TP
TP.
with the toilet paper?
Oh, I think meant Tom Petty. Yeah, I mean, I never did much of that. The only the thing that was like crazy we did was when a house was for sale, we all broke into the house and hung out in the house.
I
That was
like it.
pretty wild, and that was
Squatting.
fun.
Yeah, that's a good time.
And you drink, and I didn't drink it. I was like 12, but everyone would go in there, would piss in the house, which is a funny thing to think about. When you're buying a house, it's possible local teens have taken dumps and pisses in there.
Maybe fucked, jerked off,
Absolutely. And the
Drank.
previous family also pissed and shit in there, but probably in the toilet.
and flushed it.
Right.
Yeah. We did. We egged a house once, and we got caught. Pretty embarrassing. It was a new house. We egged it, and I remember running back to my buddy's house, and he was so nervous that he ran in, opened the door. I ran in behind him, and he slammed the door on me
Oh.
because he was trying to, go quick. And I remember the door really. So
Damn.
now I'm like on the living room floor, and then the guy ding dong. Yeah, I saw everything. So it was pretty bad. We had to apologize, and my dad yelled at me. We had to write a letter.
This one doesn't make any sense, but a couple times we would order a ton of pizza to my house and then turn the lights off and would all hide behind the door. Like, it would give you like a fucking woohoo.
What a
And they're
thrill.
banging on the door, and then the phone's ringing. And then later, they finally left. And then they were like, left a voicemail being like, well, yeah, we're eating your pizza here, pal. But we didn't pay for it.
Wait, just leave it?
No, he left with the pizza. They were like, fuck you. So they brought it back to the pizza place, and they left us a voicemail like, joke's on you, we're eating your pizza.
I see.
And I guess, we're 13 years old. We just thought it would be fun to have them make a bunch of pizza.
I guess so.
And then bring it over and then knock on the door. But we were like hiding right behind the door. And when you're 13, that's quite a exciting time.
That's true.
And they're getting mad, so they're just pounding on the door, and you're like,
they're pissed off.
And but looking back, you're like, what the hell kind of prank is that?
Yeah, you want that pie.
Yeah, we're idiots.
Yeah.
I don't even know who we would. I guess we just pranked the chef and the driver.
Right.
And,
I was a pizza guy, so I'd take umbrage with that.
uh-huh.
Not really, but I ate a lot of breadsticks.
Out of the bag?
Oh man, I was eating bread. I would just get a little pizza sauce right off that pie.
Why not? Yeah.
It was all right. I got a car full of food. I'm poor, and this is primo Italiano.
Of course. Now, did you ever
Take a pepperoni.
You ever have a dame with bra and panties come to the door?
I had one hot mom, and I looked in the back, and there's 8 kids playing around, and blocks and whatnot, and she was like, "Oh, let me get my purse there, cutie." And I was like, "Oh," and then you jerk off in the car after thinking about her.
Absolutely. You come on those breadsticks. Now, I must have told this story at some point,
Garlic sauce.
but years ago, my cousin's bachelor party was at Uncle Dale's house over in Brockton, Massachusetts, City of Champions,
Got it.
home of Rocky Marciano and marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Ooh, is that right?
That's right.
Rocky.
The Rock,
Marciano.
yeah. So we had the big bachelor party. It was at the house. He had an in-ground pool. It was one of those ones where you're like, let's just have the party at the house. Fuck going out, whatever. We'll have strippers come to us. We'll hang in the pool. We'll drink beers. We'll make steaks, whatever, mistakes.
Sure.
So we ordered a bunch of pie to be delivered. Now, Dale works for the city. He's a
All right.
fireman.
Civil service.
Exactly. So he just moved in. He wears a uniform, the whole thing. Now, Tom Dustin and I, we thought this would be classic. We both get fully butt-ass naked, and each of us get on one side of the living room. So while the delivery guy's giving the pizza, Dale's paying, I go, "Hey, I didn't know you were here." And he's like, "You're here? What are you doing here?" And we walked over to each other like, "Hey, great to see you," both naked behind Dale.
Oh, fun.
So now it looks like we have an assortment of naked people. We didn't even realize. It looks like a big gangbang.
Oh, big gay gang.
Big gay gangbang. Plus, it's like 50 cars and music. And so we made it look like, Lieutenant Campbell's just having a big naked fuck party. And
Yeah.
he was not that thrilled. He thinks it's funny now.
Sure.
But at the time, it was like, what are you doing?
Well, he's going to get shit on the force.
He's going to get smeared the queer.
Yes,
because he's like,
exactly.
I got a job. I work down the street.
Yeah, he's a fireman. Every time he gets on that pole and riding the pole again, the gay jokes galore.
But it's pretty fun to have while you're paying for pizza. And this delivery guy's probably still telling this story somewhere.
Yeah.
He's like, well, one time I went to this hot fireman with the big dicks,
Sure.
and these 2 men with little dicks walked behind and hugged.
Yeah, that's a good time. I mean, that's a story for the ages, and that'll make the circuit.
By the way, maybe I shouldn't be telling this because it's like sexual harassment and assault now. You get naked, but we're in the house. What's the policy there?
You're in the house and it's dudes.
And we could always plead ignorant. If that went to trial, we'd get off.
Oh,
Don't you
yeah.
think?
Weinstein got off.
No, I think he's in jail.
I believe he's out.
Is he?
Well,
thought he was
I
in prison.
think he was proved innocent. I don't know. I know Spacey got off as well.
I haven't watched that doc. You watched that doc?
As a doc?
New doc.
Damn, they're pumping him out quick.
I know, and they're all cookie cutter horse shit.
A lot of B-roll.
Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, Tuesdays with Stories is brought to you by Blue Chew. I just couldn't wait to say blue because I love Blue Chew. Planning that summer trip but worried your dick won't perform out of state? Been there. Before packing the sunscreen and flip-flops, grab your Blue Chew tablets. Blue Chew is an online service that sends ED medicine right to your door. Don't waste time going to the door. Sign up from your couch. The tablets they send are chewable and have the same active ingredients as Cialis and C. Mary. Just kidding. Viagra and Levitra, but cost way less. Blue Chew is the official dick pill of all the podcasts. Again, it's like shit anyway. Everyone I know uses Blue Chew. Every guy I talk to, they use it. They love it. It keeps you rock hard and wanting to perform. This thing is a miracle drug, and it's way cheaper than all that other crap. Head to bluechew.com to get started. Chat with one of their licensed medical providers, and if you're approved, you'll get your prescription in days. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at bluechew.com. Chew it and do it. Tuesdays with Stories listeners can try Blue Chew free when you use promo code Tuesdays at checkout.
Hey.
Just pay $5 shipping. That's nothing. That's bluechew.com, promo code Tuesdays to receive your first month free. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And thank you, Blue Chew, for sponsoring the show. But anyways.
It's weird. This is kind of a weird article. Harvey Weinstein staying in NYC jail after case overturned.
Oh, okay. I saw a big headline and everybody was furious.
Doesn't it feel like it's really hard to get into jail? Because everything's like appeals and all the thing, and then Trump, they're like, he's not going to jail, but you're like, I didn't follow any of this stuff, but it's like 34 counts of guilty, but they're like white collar, they don't do that, plus the appeals, plus this, and I'm like, well, who goes to jail?
Well, it ain't the kooks in my neighborhood because you have to have a gun charge to stay in. You know, they go to jail and they come out the next day.
Right, bail reform.
Thank you. So I don't know who's going to jail. Hunter Biden's doing blow off my sister's ass.
Yeah, so it's a lot of, I think, appeals and everything. I never understand that in a court. They'll go like guilty. I always get annoyed by in the movie Philadelphia.
Yay.
They find the guy's guilty, you know, of
AIDS?
discrimination. And then Mary Steenburgen goes, we'll see you at the appeal. And I always got bummed about that because you're like, wait, what? We're at the end of the movie. What happened with the appeal?
I know.
Did they not get in trouble? It's like a weird ending to the movie. It's not very appealing.
I don't know anything. Yeah, it's not appealing. Banana peel. I don't know anything about appeals. And all I know is Instagram. Hey, you got flagged. I appeal it. And then maybe I get back on it.
Oh, yeah.
But then with jail, it's like, I'm used to the movie. You are guilty. Cling, 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 cling.
Yes.
You know, boom, you're in jail behind bars. That's it.
There's jail, there's bail, there's all this other stuff. And I've definitely said this before. I've read the O.J. book, Run of His Life, by Jeffrey Toobin, your boy.
Two-parter.
Great book, highly recommend. But
Tubi.
one of the things that really stuck out in my tits was he said, when you're found innocent, that's the end of it. There's no red tape. There's no signature. You leave.
Okay, I like that.
You're sitting there. O.J. Simpson's been in jail for 6 months. The trial, the thing. He killed his wife. He killed her friend, whatever.
Yeah.
And they go, innocent. That he leaves like everybody else.
As he should.
Don't you picture like you got to go back to jail, get your thing,
Yes.
sign a thing, you live in jail for 3 more days, but it's like that's the end of it. You're just a guy. You're just like, see you later. He just gets in his car and he drove home.
That's a great feeling. Just let me go. I'm done. And there is the online stigma.
Of course.
But as a innocent person, it is nice to just go kick those doors open and get in your car and drive home.
Unbelievable. 1996, not as much online stuff. And
yeah.
that must be one of the great. He got to experience the greatest feeling of all time.
Who's
Chopping
this?
your OJ.
Oh, yeah.
Chopping your wife's head off. Right there. Awesome feeling.
Very nice.
Stabbing the fuck out of some nerd who forgot his glasses.
Oh, dream about that.
And then, what? And then you're just home going, holy shit.
I'm done.
That's crazy.
That was it. I'm on the news.
He has a distinct fucking colorful memory of just chopping his wife's head to the bone.
You got it with a kitchen knife.
I mean, just wild. And then there he is a year and a half later, like,
You know, in the Bronco, riding away.
It's like, you gotta be kidding me.
Unbelievable.
He's like, I'm gonna go watch a flick.
I mean, why do you think he's on Twitter going, hello, Twitter world? And he's playing golf with a big smile ear to ear.
Unbelievable. So here's to you, OJ. Cheers.
Here, here. I mean, he did go to jail eventually.
Yeah, well, he's a big fuck up piece of shit, but
Apparently. But hey, he had a good run there after.
which people will take this serious too. I used a clip where I was talking about OJ about how the Bills still have his number retired. I'm like, that's pretty fun that they're like, everyone's so PC. We got to take down the statue, change the name, but they're like, no. His number 30. No one's wearing this number again. He rushed for 2,000 yards. Fuck you. That was the bit. And then I had the thumbnail was R.I.P. OJ, and someone was like, R.I.P. OJ? Are you kidding me? He's a disgust. This is disgusting. I'm like, well, know, it's a bit. I don't.
Yeah, I'm a
I don't-
comedian.
I don't want him to rest in peace. First of all, he's dead. I don't believe in resting after
Yeah.
you're dead.
It's fascinating how little people understand comedy.
They don't get the jokes.
I'll
and-
do a thing where I lift my notes out and I go, "Don't worry, I'm not. These are just swastikas." And a lady will be like, "What? Why?" I'm like, because it's humorous.
That's what makes it such a funny situation.
Yeah, there's writing on there. You see, there's no swastikas. That's why it's funny to say. Yeah, you get it.
Now, what do you think of this?
Please.
The other day, I'm in Kingwood, Texas, which, by the way, I was at the bagel shop, and this guy walks up and he was like, "What the fuck? Joe List?
Wow.
What are you doing in Kingwood?" Which is, it's one of these towns. It's a very affluent, red, Christian
I
place.
see.
And so I think they're like, whoa. It's like a suburb, it's like way out and wherever.
Uh-huh.
So I think to be seeing like New York comedians, this guy was like, "What the hell's this?"
I get it. Yeah, it's jarring.
Right. He's like, "This is crazy." And I was like, "My wife's from here." And he was just kind of like, "You gotta be kidding me." This is not like he was shocked. It was like he saw Brad Pitt at, an Exxon Mobil in Tennessee.
Beat the shit out of Sarah.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
She's tough.
Beat it up.
But anyways, I was out in Kingwood and I saw this. What do you make of this? Give me your feelings. Give me your 2 cents or a quarter if you want.
Oh, I just thought. Sorry.
You want to do it? Because I can remember mine. I got it written down.
Wait, say what?
Whatever you were going to say.
Oh, I was just going to say first rule of Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club with Brad Pitt.
Hey,
He beat
there
the
you
shit out
go.
of Angelina. Sorry, it just hit me.
Tweet that.
All right,
It's
all
gonna be
right.
funny because people will see the tweet and then this will come out 9 weeks later.
That's true.
That's gonna be funny.
All right, hit me.
That's
fatty.
good.
That's something there.
That's big.
I'm sure
no.
someone's tweeted it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, jeez.
But are they as famous as you?
Who the hell knows?
If someone famous tweeted it, you gotta be like, "Oh, geez, Michael Ian Black got it."
Right.
But if it's fucking at Suck My Dick 41,
Oh, he's good.
you didn't take it from him.
No,
you
no
thought of it
take.
right here on the spot. We got proof.
Just thought of it.
Anyways.
So yeah, you're beating your wife at a bagel shop.
Kingwood. We're driving, and this girl, teenager, has a car, and on the back it said, or I guess she's not a teenager. It says, "Just turned 21.
Okay.
Buy me a drink."
All right.
Venmo Cash App with her handle.
Jesus
Ooh,
Christ.
what do you think of that?
I don't care I'll buy you a drink in person. You drink it in front of me. You put something in it. But this sending you money because you're 21, I don't care for. I got a big beef with this. Is a peeve.
Doesn't this feel like the time we're living? Doesn't this sum everything up? Look at me. You don't know me. Everyone turns 21.
Entitled.
I'm 21. Send me money.
It's go. Have you seen the new Quinn?
I haven't watched it yet. I
Special.
feel like I'm a terrible friend. I'm a bad comedy consumer.
There's a lot of things out there. You're all right.
I got a child.
It's a month old. You're
I'm
fine.
very sleepy.
But he has a whole bit. He's like, it's funny how much we've changed. In the 60s, was like, ask not what your country can do for you, what you can do for the country. Now the president's going to come out and go, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my... It's a great bit, but it's
I've
true.
seen the bit, yeah.
It's entitled. It's like, hey, I'm 21 now. I didn't do anything. I didn't accomplish anything. But I need your money.
It's just so crazy, and I guess take a swing. Maybe somebody does it. It doesn't hurt,
Sure.
But
I guess you could get her number that way, too. Like, hey, I got your Venmo. Here's $1. Call me.
well, she wasn't desirable.
They never.
Yeah, she was
these,
a fat, dumpy loser. But
yeah,
but I guess
FDL.
shoot your shot, as the kids say these days.
Sure.
But shouldn't there be an exchange of service for money?
Well, not anymore. Now it's gimme, gimme.
But we have a Patreon, which you should sign. Gay Fathers. Forget about
Oh,
it. That's
game
unbelievable.
changer.
And they got another new one coming, and we're doing Q and Anal every week, and that's been really fun.
Yes.
You got a loosier, goosier pair of buddies over here.
And you're getting in the real deal. It's not as performative. It's like, hey, welcome to the club, mofo.
Yeah, we take our tie off, we let you in. There's like one of these. Whoosh, you look at your eyeballs, you close that, you welcome in, and we're letting the explicitives fly.
What's the password? Queef, come on in and see the real deal.
Colin Queef. So come on in, get on that Patreon, and that Gay Fathers, we made it all Goodfellas-y. And
It's really well done.
we got another one of me and,
Soder.
Yeah, Soder's in there. We
Karen.
got a lot of Soder.
Yeah, he's got a big head and a lot of jokes.
Yeah, so get in there, get on the ground floor. Ground floor, it's been open for 10 years. But anyways, this lady just wanted us to send money, and I thought of it only later. I should have Venmo requested her like $1,000.
Oh, that's not bad.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah, I'm 41. What's the difference? You didn't do anything. I got a real problem with this. These comics who go on stage and they go, so I just turned 38. Nothing on that? I'm like, what? You didn't do anything. Now, and 38 is like a bullshit age anyway. And
Right.
now we get, hey, I just bought a dog. Nothing on the dog. You guys hate dogs? No, we don't hate dogs. I'm waiting for a punchline. You cum guzzler. Give me something. You chooch.
Yes, I agree. I told you there was a guy at comic years ago that had a set list, and in the set list it said, "How about it for the troops?" Just said it. There was no joke. He just wrote that down. Like, let me just say, give it up for the troops in the middle of this.
And then he's getting he's like, man, I'm killing.
Yeah,
I've got an applause break
I got
on
3
that bit.
applause breaks. I said, give it up for the Red Sox, give it up for the troops, and give it up for my asshole.
My birthday, I got married, I'm 38. Yeah, it's all gold.
Yeah. And by the way, I don't want people to clap. I just had a baby. People clap. I'm like, no, get out of the way. I got a bit to tell here.
Yeah, I'm going to kill it.
It doesn't matter. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. The more they clap, the more they're like, well, you're going to be appalled when I start. doing these
Exactly.
bits.
Exactly. So, yeah. Enough with the waiting for the applause. Just do the bit, entertain. They don't do that in singing. You know, Beyonce's not like, I had an abortion. Whoa! No, you just listen to it.
Just belt it out. I also hate. I mean, this goes back to I'm still bitter about when Sarah and I roasted each other. These people. This is why it's hard to roast a woman because it's like women's
It's
lib
tough.
or whatever. And I'm like, Sarah used to be a stripper. Woo! Clapping. I'm like,
Right.
oh god, I'm fucked.
Oh, you're
Because
done.
the punchline is, what a dirty, filthy whore this bitch
Yeah.
is.
And
And all the women are like this, yeah! And I'm like,
Go,
all right,
girl.
well, I guess,
Yeah.
never mind.
Then she's like, he used to be a cop. Boom! Well, I saved lives.
Right.
And I'm the asshole, but I'm with you on that. I heard a girl go on before me, and she was like, so I'm doing OnlyFans, and everybody's like, oh, good for you. That's empowering, and you're taking the power back, whatever the fuck. And then I went up, and I was like, Greta Thunberg, I'm excited to see her on OnlyFans eventually. Oh, and I'm like, well, wait, I thought it was empowering.
Right.
Which one is it? I thought she's a hero for showing her clam.
Right.
I have a point.
Yeah. Well, I think the issue you're running into is Greta Thunberg's retarded and underage.
She's 21.
Oh, is she?
I Googled it.
I apologize. I thought she was 11. But she's been around a while, hasn't she? But she is retarded, right?
I don't believe, but also retarded people should have the same rights as every other person.
Autism, I think.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Well,
Same
we got
thing.
that.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
Who doesn't have autism?
Everyone does. Chuck, for sure. Look at that shirt and hair.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Glasses. And beard.
and
body.
legs. But yeah. So I'm just saying, which one is, you can't have it both anal.
Right. Is she 21 years old? I thought she was 9 years old. Isn't that her whole thing?
No, she's on a steamship and a hang glider, and she's 21.
How long has she been around?
Yeah, she's just been around a long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
At one
yeah.
point, she was 12. I mean, I know she was, but like, wasn't she famous and 9?
I think, and I followed that whole ride, baby. Oh, that whole gasoline-powered what?
She's 21, yeah.
Okay.
She was born in January of 2003.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So she's over the hill, but still, you see my point.
Absolutely. I do.
Hey, okay, that's all I needed.
Now, how about this? Here's another. Of course, yeah, I always see your points. I like your points. Points,
Poinsettia.
Point Magoo.
Point Pleasant.
You know that story, that Henry Phillips story, Point Magoo? He had there's a town called Point Magoo
I didn't know that.
in like Northern California. It's like a military base.
Magoo.
And he was doing a joke, and he says
Magoobies.
he was on stage out there, and he goes, "Yeah, I love Point Magoo. Whenever I have sex with my wife, I pull out and Point Magoo," and it gets a laugh. And then her friend was like, "Oh, that's such a funny joke," and she tried to tell it to her friend. "Oh, my friend Henry is so funny," but she couldn't remember Point Magoo. So she's like, "Oh, there's this town out there called Aim Majiz." She goes, "So whenever I fuck," he says, "This is what my friend Henry says. Whenever I fuck my girlfriend, I always pull out and aim my jizz." And then the guy she's telling the story to is like, "There's no town called Aim My Jizz." He's like, "What are you talking about?"
I'm
He's
impressed
like, "This guy
She
sucks."
pulled that out of her ass, though.
Aim My Jizz is hilarious.
Pretty good.
But it's funny, the guy's like, "Your friend sucks at comedy. He just
Right.
made up a town called
Yeah.
Aim My Jizz. Anyone could do that. Why don't I just say, oh, there's a town called Come Inside My Asshole?"
Right, exactly.
And so she's inadvertently making Henry look like a fucking idiot. But Aim My Jizz is hilarious. So is Point Magoo.
I'm doing 2 nights at Eat My Spunk. You guys got to come by. 2 shows. It's going to be sticky.
Point Magoo, Aim My Jizz.
Magoo is
By the
great.
way, you hang out with Henry. That's one of 1,000 stories of equal or greater,
All bangers.
all bangers.
He's a beast and great. You want him by a fire. You want a
Oh.
fireside chat with that guitar and that mug.
Absolutely. So go watch him. Watch his films. I'm in one of them. Folks, Tuesdays with Stories is brought to you by, you know what I'm about to say. You know who it is. Sheath Underwear. Let me see if I got the sheath on.
She, motherfucker.
Look at that. Sheath Underwear. I love giving myself a front wedgie. It feels kind of nice. This is the best underwear. Double sheath.
Look at that.
2 sheaths. No shit. No service. Sheath Underwear. Stop buying your underwear from the same place you buy groceries. And listen up. Overhaul that underwear drawer and get some fresh smelling panties with Sheath Underwear. We just showed you. If you're listening at home, Mark and I just pulled our panties off. We're both wearing Sheath Underwear. It's all I wear. It's all he wears.
Yep.
I know 7 comics. This is all they wear. This is the official underwear of stand-up comedians. Sheath Underwear is a game changer, and they're perfect to wear year-round. When it gets chilly outside, the pockets act as an extra layer of protection from the cold. When it's hot outside, they keep your balls and dick separated. They've got stuff for the ladies, too, with the most comfortable bralettes and boy shorts around.
Ooh.
Right now, go to sheathunderwear.com and use code TUESGAYS to get 20% off your first order. Plus, Sheath Underwear's 100% money-back guaranteed. That's sheathunderwear.com, promo code TUESGAYS. Get Sheath Underwear, support the show, support your balls.
You got that right, fatty. Hey, folks. Tuesday Stories brought to you by Bespoke Post. Oh, yeah. Life doesn't have many mysteries anymore. Shake things up with Box of Awesome, the monthly box filled to the brim with cool shit. I got one of these boxes. It swivels. It looks nice. It's got a nice finish. I keep my AirPods in it, my pens, some drugs. It's a good-looking box. Get on it. Find your box by taking the quiz at boxofawesome.com, and they'll get you matched. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. So there's really nothing to lose. 90% of everything that comes in your box of awesome is from a small up-and-coming brand. Get a free mystery gift with your first monthly shipment when you sign up at boxofawesome.com/Tuesdays and enter the code Tuesdays at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com/Tuesdays, code Tuesdays for a free mystery gift with your first monthly shipment. boxofawesome.com/Tuesdays, promo code Tuesdays.
All right, here's another one from Kingwood, Texas.
Okay, getting a lot of content out of Kingwood.
Well, I was down there in KW, and it's a different world down there.
Oh, yeah.
It's, like I went for a run, and I run by these stables, and it's just horses. It's weird when you're just running from my wife's mother's house, and there's horses. It's
Isn't
a
that
different
wild?
planet.
It's crazy.
And then there was like 15 giant pickup trucks in a row, and all the dads are in the trucks with the AC running, just kind of sitting like this, like waiting for their daughters to come out of horse class or whatever.
It's Oil Town.
And they're just sitting there, and you're running, and it's just like 15 of the biggest trucks you've ever, and you're like
Yeah.
eating the exhaust. I'm like dying.
Yes, eat Magoo.
And they all look exactly the same. And then I run by, and then I see all the girls with the moms, and the moms have the big hair.
Oh,
Everyone's got a dress with the cowboy boots and
Yes.
too much makeup, and they're all like
Yes.
talking about horse life.
And they hate AOC, and they're all the same people.
Oh yeah, it's just
They got a gun.
horse life, and it was just fascinating. That's all that.
No,
was.
that is fast because you step into that world and you dip a toe in and you go, this is wacko. It's like another life. And then you come back to New York and you get shit on and a bird fucks your mom and you get yelled at.
And if you see a horse, there's a cop on it,
Good point.
or it's pulling some tourists.
Yeah.
But
Outside of Central Park, there's all those activists out there.
oh right.
Yeah, what you want to go, and look, it is horrible what they do to them. They make them wait there on Fifth Avenue for 6 hours, and then ex-con goes, "Come on, you fucking," and hits the horse with a whip, and throws an oat at it. But as far as horses go, throughout the annals, pretty good.
Yeah, they're not getting a jousting stick to the eye.
Or riding into war.
Right.
Or, pulling a wagon full of...
Come.
Thank you. Back on the wagon. Eat Magoo. So I'm just saying, like, it sucks, but horses used to get fucked.
And I think they're meant to work or something.
Sure.
I don't know.
It's like the Iditarod.
Yes.
That's a fun word.
I did a A-Rod.
Oh,
I did an A-Rod.
Yeah.
Like Aniston. But I've used this as an example.
Madonna.
The horses in Central Park. I use this I can't speak anymore. I use this as an example of, like, how I'm so susceptible to debate. I read a whole thing one
Same.
time about, like, we need to get rid of the horses in Central Park. It's abuse. They're kept in
Sure.
horrible conditions. And I read it, and I was like, I'm donating. That's right. Get rid of these horses.
I agree.
And then I read a counterpoint that was like, this is all these immigrants use this as their job. They came here from the Czech Republic. What are they gonna do? The clip clop is part of the city, the nature of our fabric. This has been around for 5,000 years.
Interesting.
And it's the #1 spot to get engaged. People want to see the city. And I read that and I was like, we got to keep these horses.
Yeah.
And then it's one of those ones you're like, all right, that's all the brain power I have. You guys decide
You
on
guys
the horses.
figure it out. Rusty.
I mean, that's most things in life. You're like, all right,
Yeah.
you guys figure that shit out.
Well, that's why debate is important, but also things are nuanced. There's two sides to every dick, and so you took both in. Most people just go, I read the one thing and I'm moving on. I'm going with my thing. It's the concrete is dried. I'm moving on.
Right.
You took both in and you realized this is above my pages and you moved on.
I try to take both sides in, which I was thinking that when I'm in Kingwood, I could talk to these people and go, I know the left is crazy. It makes me nuts and this and that and the other thing, all the things we're always talking about. And I come back to New York and I'm like, these people are crazy. They think, whatever, abortion and the thing and prison
is evil. They all look the same. They all dress the same. They all have the same views. They all think God is real. So
Right.
there's ebbs and flows.
I can dip a toe everywhere you want to go, but
Good to dip a toe. That's healthy.
I love a dipped toe. So
Toe jam.
what the fuck was I going to say?
And Earl.
Oh, but then we go to Aldi. You know Aldi, the grocery
shoe?
store?
Oh, no. I'm
That's
thinking
Aldo.
I know
deer.
Al David.
Oh, yeah, Big Al.
Yeah.
Boy,
Al
do I
Qaeda.
miss Big Al. Al Qaeda, yeah.
That sounds like a guy. You don't know Al Qaeda?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Woo, boy.
All right. What were you saying there about Aldi?
It's great.
That's a good store.
How about all these groups in a row? There was like Al Qaeda, ISIS, ISIL, ISIS.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
Then there's
ISIL.
Hamas. And then there's also
Right.
Taliban.
And Hezbollah.
Hezbollah, yeah, that's another one.
And
They're
then-
extra spicy.
How about this for a sitcom? The Mossad couple.
Hey, now we're talking.
It's the two Jews who disagree about everything.
That's nice.
Okay, we
I
have
love
something.
it. But any farts. So why can't I remember what this fucking stupid story is
Aldi.
about? Oh, I was at Aldi.
Yes.
Which everyone I never wanted to be one of these guys. Maybe you're like me. People talk about specific grocery stores. Like,
Yes.
oh, you got to go to fucking H-E-B.
Trader Joe's.
You got to hit up Aldi.
Yes.
I don't just it's groceries.
if you're getting hung up on a grocery, it ain't baseball cards. You go, you get your charcoal briquette, you get the fuck out.
I just don't get it. Whoa, have you ever been to a fucking Bob's blah, blah, blah?
Oh, you gotta go to Vaughn's or Ralph's. They got the best deal on cheese.
Like, okay, give me air conditioning and wide aisles.
Yes.
And I'm fine. Aldi or H-E-B or
Emerald Isle.
whatever it is. But anyways, we go to Aldi, and we're shopping around. We got the baby and Sarah, whatever. Then there's this woman, I think a grandma. She must have been in her 60s. She had like an 8-year-old and a 7-year-old. They come in, the door's open. She walks in. It's like this. You're the one hung up on it. You keep bringing up the same fucking thing. If you bring it up one more time, I'm going to take you outside and beat the fuck out of you. I swear to
Jesus.
God. This is a grown old lady bitch piece of garbage
You
just
tell
shouting
me.
at like an 8-year-old kid. The kid's like, oh.
Oh my lord.
I'll take. She goes, you're the one that's hung up on it. I'm like, she's a child.
It's a crazy way to talk to a youngster.
And of course they're hung up on it. They're a kid.
Right.
And you're hung up on it. You're screaming in public, threatening violence on
Good
this
point.
child.
Good point.
But anyways, what do you do there? Because I want to fight this one. I bring it up, but she probably has a gun and maybe
Oh,
it's
she's got a gun.
Whatever.
These kids are going to be abused, and then they're going to do their kid, and they're going to do it to their kid, and the story goes.
No, these people are going to cause crimes and
Misdemeanors.
What do you call it? Great film. They're going to cause violence.
Yes.
They're going to revolt, and just a bag of shit. I just think screaming fuck in a grocery store
Cuckoo.
is insane.
I
You know,
agree.
We let the explicitives fly here, and we're in an office building.
We're living in a society.
But I always yell at I won't name names, but certain friends, I'm like, what are you, crazy?
Yeah, I've
They'll
seen
be
you
like,
do
this
it.
fucking thing is, I'm like, what are you doing?
We're at a pizza
We're
shop.
at a restaurant.
Yeah, right. A
This is
pizzeria.
nuts.
I'm with you.
And just threatening kid, you fucking piece of shit.
Well,
She's like, I'll beat the fuck out of you.
Famously had that great point. We were hanging out with a comedian, a Afro-Americane, and it was N-word this, N-word that, and you're like, it's still a curse word. It'd be like going cunt, 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 this cunt over here, and that fucking cunt, please. You know, that was cunt rigged. Yeah.
I'm like, what are we doing? There's like children around.
Yeah,
You're
kill
saying
the
the
cunt.
N-word.
I know, exactly.
There's like a boy right there.
And he's like, but I'm black. And you're like, but it's still a curse. You're still saying F word. Even if you're gay, it's still a problem.
Yes, say the N-word. I don't care. Say the N-word, but like, there's a waiter sitting here.
Yes, agreed.
Anyways, but yeah, so I guess that's not much of a story. Just
Aldi.
An old lady threatening her children, and I'll beat the fuck out of you, and fuck you this. And I had to leave. I was like, I'm going to go out to the other, to the car.
Well, tell me if this is autism. Is that wrong? That clock?
The clock's wrong.
Okay.
I'll give you the half. I'll give you
Oh, okay.
Ah, gotcha.
Is this autism? 2 videos I've been watching. First of all, I watched a documentary on Aldi.
What?
Not a doc, but a YouTube 20-minute thing about Aldi.
Literally the grocery store I'm talking about?
Yes.
Wow.
Like, because grocery stores are having a moment. And I'm
They
not an Aldi stan. I'm not like an Aldi head or a Trader Joe head, you know. But I'm just saying they're all very different, and a lot of them collapse after a while.
I see.
And the reason certain stay is because they make certain choices. Like Trader Joe's is cheap as shit, and they sell their own stuff.
Oh, okay.
Whereas another one, Whole Foods, is all, hey, what do you got from the farm? We'll jack it up. A pear is $38.
Right, healthy.
Yeah, so Aldi has a few limited items, and they're always smaller. And then they do a couple things. They have less air conditioning, and they don't pay the Mexicans. There's some reason they have but they're working and they're blowing up everywhere.
Interesting.
Yeah, Aldi's different.
No kidding. Well, that's like the bars here in New York, off the wagon, down the hatch, 13th step. They have all these
Happy hours.
They have all these specials, and they do all these
Yes.
things different. Cantor worked for them for years,
And they're doing great. There's like 30 of them now.
but one of the things he mentioned that they got rid of oranges. They crunched the numbers.
That's what I'm talking
They
about.
did the number thing, and oranges are fucking expensive. They go bad, whatever. And so we would be there, and I used to hang out there all the time, and Cantor would work there, and people would be like, can I get a, what's the
Blue
orange?
Moon.
Blue Moon. And like, I didn't get an orange. They go, yeah, we don't have oranges.
Yeah.
And what happens is everyone goes, no orange. And they go, no. And they move on. The guy
Move
goes,
on.
all right. And then he just drinks his thing. Like, nobody's like, I will never come to this bar
No.
again. And you're like, we're saving whatever, $7,000 a year on oranges.
That adds up.
And nobody is going, I won't go back to that bar. I need
No.
my orange. You just go, yeah,
Exactly.
we don't do oranges.
Well, what's the famous one? I think American Airlines took one black olive out of each salad, and they saved $10 million a year.
Ah.
Give that a goog.
I think
I might have made that up.
No, Chuck yes-anded. He said,
Oh.
yeah.
Not 10 million, probably.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah,
there's-
that goes along. So Aldi figured out all these weird little savings.
But that's also what fucks you. These airlines, they go, we'll take 2 more inches and put another seat in. If you take 2 inches from every row, and now we're all sitting with our knees up our assholes.
And then you stop going. You know,
Right.
it's when you start nickel and dime too much. The other autism, you got one?
Yeah, it says 30 years ago, American Airlines hit a cost-saving idea. Through analysis, they established removing 1 olive from every passenger salad would save $40,000 a year.
Had to be a black olive.
Factoring in inflation, this is a yearly saving of around $100,000 today.
Wow.
Well, that's like, I lost it already. What was I going to say?
You got to have more similes.
Something. What was I going to say? My brain is mushed out.
Yeah, it's early,
It's
Jerry.
mushy. It's early. The baby woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then you can't go
Ah.
back to sleep. So you try to rest, but you're like, I'm all.
Pipes. Can I just say this as a friend? And I commend you
Oh, thanks.
on your ability to have a bunch of bad shit happen and just keep on keeping on.
Gotta roll with the assholes.
My lady has one toe, steps on a Lego. I mean, it's World War III. She blows up the Iron Dome. It's Thunderdome. It's a Holocaust.
Well, we're telling dick stories for a living here. It's not roofing, so it's not bad.
Sure, but I'm saying she steps on a thumbtack and she'll kill a village.
I mean, I hear you. I appreciate it. I'm doing my best. I got to go from here to the regs, and I'm worried. I said all this before.
Oh, it's all. We did a whole Aldi 2 years ago.
No.
I'm just kidding. Now, here's the other
I think
autistic
we might have done
thing.
the Wahlberg thing, though.
Possibly.
You're saying no?
I think telling dick stories is hilarious.
Oh, yeah, well.
Yeah. I think I would remember kill the N-word.
No, I don't think we told. I don't think we
Okay.
talked about that.
Because I'm going to get that tattoo. But the other autistic thing is now I'm hooked on this. It's an Indian fella, and it'll just say,
How?
did we talk about this already? It says Kurt Russell, and it's just a scrolling thing of his first movie, second movie, third, and it says the box office.
I don't understand Indian thing.
He's an Indian guy. He goes,
Oh, it's a man.
yes.
Oh. I thought Kurt Russell. I was confused. An Indian thing, Kurt Russell.
From India,
A man from India has a video.
Yes. Big Trouble in Little China made 60 million, whatever. And then it says like hit, semi-hit, blockbuster, all-time blockbuster.
Interesting.
And I watch all of it. And I'm hooked. Mel Gibson, Tom Hanks, Liam Neeson, whatever.
Wow. No, I mean that's you're always been a YouTube guy.
I
don't
love
watch YouTube.
Oh.
Now I watch John Boy. I'm a big John Boy lunatic.
What's that?
He's the baseball guy. He does the lip reading. He breaks down baseball plays, lip reading, arguments, brawls. It's the best. It's the greatest.
Really?
Yeah, it's the best thing
Like
fucking ever.
the coach yapping,
Yeah,
and he goes,
yeah.
he's saying,
Yes,
fuck your
and
dad
he
in the
does
ass.
the lines and he does the little subtitles, and so it's a brawl or an argument.
Wow.
He's the best thing ever on the history of YouTube. So now I watch that, but I'm more Wikipedia. I sit on Wikipedia.
Oh.
I look at tennis players' prize money over and over again.
Uh,
I'm like, what did Martina Navratilova? 21.6 million she won.
but isn't that unreliable? Because any Tom, Dick, or Queef can come in there and kill the N-word.
I think they fix it, but sometimes I'll go to another website or whatever. But also they have like the results of like their best Grand Slam finishes and stuff like that. And then you go
Okay.
from one to the other, and then you're like, what year was that? That was crazy. I can really do a Wikipedia.
Well, this is very
deep
similar, though.
dive. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Their numbers, their stats, their tabulations. Maybe this is a male thing.
Well, I love a number, but also I like to go on and look at everyone's Rotten Tomato, filmmakers'
Same.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Same.
You're like because some guys, their movies are like 84%, 89%, 91%, 78%. By the way, I heard the new Linklater movie is amazing.
Oh,
Got a 97%.
Wow, that's tough now because I feel like I like Rotten, but it got muddied.
Well,
with the politics.
It's not an overly reliable, but it's fascinating to know.
is.
Well, it's not
It
that
is.
Rotten Tomatoes is; it's that the critics are.
Sure.
And so it's just an what is that
D?
word? LT.
Amalgam?
Aggregate of the
aggregate.
reviews.
I don't know, aggregate. Okay.
Yeah, you know aggregate.
Aggregator.
Aggregator.
It aggregates.
A guy who starts shit.
Like the
an
amount
aggregator.
of percentage of good reviews to negative reviews. Where it's fucked up though is like
Accumulation?
some reviews are considered. Some reviews might be like, "Yeah, I liked the movie; it was okay," and that goes into the good review
Right.
pile.
Well, you know what gives me hope is somebody had the great bit. It might have been Tosh about, you read your comments, everybody hates you, you suck, you're not funny. Beethoven Symphony, first YouTube comment, gay. True story. That's a real, I looked it up. And so that gives you hope. Like, all right, you could write this fucking beautiful piece of classical music that's, lasted throughout history, and then first guy hates it.
No, it's important, and Soda said this years ago. He said it about Reddit, which I don't go near Reddit. But if you look at your YouTube comments, look at everybody else's YouTube comments also.
Good point.
It's like, oh, you look at other people and you're like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
fucking hate this guy.
Hey, and then we know those people.
Yeah, absolutely. So I thought of what I was going to say earlier when you mentioned the olive thing. It reminds me of the Todd Barry joke. When you said Tosh joke, it reminded me of the Todd Barry joke about Fugazi.
Oh,
With the
I love that
$5
joke.
they decided all the concerts are $5. He's like, you think the bass player would be like, what about $6? I'm doing some math. I figure $1 per person times 300 shows a year times 10 years equals I don't have a roommate when I'm 50.
Ah, it's a great joke.
Great joke.
Now, what can you Google? Because Fugazi is Italian for, I think, retarded or stupid. Like a little Fugazi.
Fugazi.
Yeah, I think it means like he's a little off or that's a bad idea. What does that mean?
On Donnie Brasco, they say Fugazi's like a fake. It's a Fugazi. Or it's fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, there's two definitions. One of them is not genuine, fake.
Right.
And then one of them is damage beyond repair.
Oh, that seems that's a more punk
Yeah, maybe.
thing, I think.
Oh.
Damage beyond repair.
How great is Fubar?
Fucked up beyond all recognition.
Yes. What about Scuba?
Scuba, social climbing, underwater baby asshole.
Ooh, that was pretty good.
What's scuba?
Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Yes.
Aggregate.
Then there's snafu.
Oh, give me that one.
Situation normal, all fucked up.
Wow. Now give this a goog there, Chuck E. Cheese. There's a guy in World War I or II where he's like alone. Everybody died
The
except
Red
for
Baron?
him. Not pizza.
Okay.
So everyone's dead. He's just out there on the place alone. You know, he killed everybody. They're coming for him, and the guy from the pillbox, the bunker, goes, "If you drop your weapon, we'll let you live." And he's millions of miles away, so they're on binoculars, and he picks up a sign, and he just writes, "Nuts." Meaning,
Nuts.
like I think that was a saying in the 40s, like, nuts, like, fuck you.
Oh, wow. I don't know nuts.
And so then they blew him up. But pretty cool that he's just like, nuts. That's how he went out.
wow. Maybe
Give
that's where
that a
numb
go.
nuts comes from.
Wait, what do you got?
It says in mid-December 1944, Allied forces were surprised by a massive German offensive through the whatever forest, blah, blah, blah. Caught in what would become known as the Battle of the Bulge.
Oh, bulge and nuts.
Dan Bulger.
Bulger nuts.
Oh, yeah.
The 101st Airborne Division was holed up, outnumbered, outgunned, and running out of food, ammunition, and medical supplies. The embattled Assistant Division Commander, Brigadier General Anthony McAuliffe, he faced bleak prospects.
Colon cancer.
On December 22nd, the American troops were sent an ultimatum from German forces demanding the honorable surrender of the town within 2 hours.
So they're like, this guy's all alone. They want him to surrender.
And he sent a reply back, and it was brief, and it said, "To the German commander, nuts," with exclamation point, the American commander.
What a badass.
So what does nuts mean? I don't get
I think
it.
it means go fuck yourself.
Yeah, nuts.
That's to you. That's to you as a saying.
I think it was just an old-fashioned
Nuts.
saying.
Hey.
Like, that ain't it. It would be the new
Nuts.
nuts,
Hey, nuts.
Yeah, nuts.
Now, how about World War I? They took a Christmas break and they went and met and chatted.
Huh? Oh, yeah,
That's a
right.
crazy one. They
think
went
they
and
played
sat
soccer.
there and exchanged food and touched dicks and blew each other.
That shows you how stupid war is, right there in a nutshell.
Real silly.
Nuts.
What are you going to do?
Nutmeg.
I think I might have one more thing here.
Oh, hit me, fatty.
This was depressing. This was sad. I got a photo. I can't post it because it's like children. But Sarah and I were in Kingwood again. Last night, there we go to this restaurant, Chachi's. Love Chachi's.
Oh,
Mexican.
Chachi loves Joni.
It's it's a nice. They got the queso and the salsa. Forget about it, Fugazi. So we go
Nuts.
there, and it's baseball night. They all finish their game. These young boys, and again, the dads all have the big cross, drop cut, baseball hat, sunglasses on there. They all look identical. The kids look
Boots.
identical because they're in the uniform.
Yes, yes.
Big long table of adults, probably 12 adults. Next table over is like 10 kids. 9 of the kids all waiting for their food just like this.
Yep.
Buried in their phone, no conversation.
Little League?
It jarred. Little League. They're probably 11 years old.
That is depressing.
And one girl, you can tell maybe her parents are like, hey, no phone for you. And this is the problem,
My parents are that way.
is when you have kids that are of that age, middle school, whatever, late elementary school, middle school, and you're like, we're going to raise you right. I don't want you on your phone. The problem is the other parents aren't doing that.
No, you're
I got
alone.
a photo. I'll show you privately.
You
I
took
did
one?
I snuck a photo like this. There's a
Whoa.
girl with just no phone, and first she's coloring, old school, on
Good
the
for
menu.
her. Good for
like
her.
this, and then she finishes, and she just looks so sad and dejected. I wanted to invite her over and just and have dinner with her.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, all these parents,
These nuts.
are just over there eating. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. I think Trump is crazy, and I think Biden is gay, and my father's an asshole, and my sister's cunt. And then right next to them, 9 children, each one of them individually buried in the phone, playing a video game, watching TikTok, and none of them even were watching videos together.
Horrible.
It's just 9 individuals and one girl just staring off. She looked like she wanted to cry, and nobody...
This girl's going to be president.
Or kill herself.
Or that.
Because at least these kids are like, think they're enjoying. Whoa, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But it was horrible. It's like the most depressing. We got to make some serious changes.
I agree.
I don't know what to do.
I know what to do.
Hit me.
Jonathan Haidt.
Yes, I love Haidt. Lock the phones up.
Yeah, he
at
has.
school.
He actually has a game plan, which is what I like. He's like, no phones at school. Give your kid a flip phone till he's 16.
Right.
And then there was another thing that I can't remember. But it's a pretty good plan.
It's nice, but you got to get everyone on board, and all these people want it. I understand, but
That's the problem.
love Haidt, but boy, it was jarring, and you see all the
Height's a
adults, but
supremacist.
the children.
I know.
It was just they just have them, and TikTok particularly because it never ends. There's no end
No
to TikTok.
end. It just keeps going. The Chinese have fucked us right in the ass. And, yeah, I don't know what to do. And you're right. You can't not give it to one kid because then everyone else has it. So then they
Right.
feel left out. Then they cry. And for kids, it's all about acceptance.
But
Jerry.
I think at a restaurant you got to do the same thing. Hey, all right,
Yep.
fucking put them in the bag.
Yep.
Let's go. Whatever. Talk.
Well, here's the worst part is we know it's bad. We're sitting here talking about how it's bad. And then I go to a restaurant with people and I look at my phone.
What's hard?
So we're addicted.
No, it's addictive and it's brutal, and my attention span's shot. But I'll say that, like, because I have to remind myself, and I tell Sarah, and we were talking about yesterday with other friends. But you're like, we're also. It's like I understand food addiction because you have to eat. Like,
Right.
We're running a business. We're running
Right.
several businesses, really,
And GPS is on there.
on the phone. So, but my problem, and we've talked about this before, is like I'll send a text to somebody. I'm very social on my phone.
Yeah.
But while I wait for them to respond, I'm like, I'll check Instagram. I'll check this. I'll check that. So it's bad. And the last night after we had dinner, we went back. Sarah and I went back, and I was like, we're leaving our phones in the living room. We're gonna go watch Godzilla plus 61 or whatever the fuck it's called. And it does feel good. And there was a study too. I don't know if it was a Jonathan Haidt or I think it was Laurie Santos, who's also great. But she talked about. They did a study. If you even have a phone on the table, not even looking at your phone, it's just on the table.
Yeah.
The amount of smiling and laugh goes down. You
I
feel less
believe
connected
it.
just with the phone there.
I believe it.
And she had a great analogy. She's like, it's like if you went out on a date with your wife or partner or friend, and instead of bringing your phone, you brought 3 wheelbarrows with all the porn in the world on the wheelbarrow. And then you had all the sports highlight videos over
Yep.
here, and then every book over here.
Yep.
Don't you think you would be like, you want to see what's in the porn?
Of course.
You wouldn't be like, how are you doing? You'd be like, whoa, look at this porn.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
right.
A kid fucking a dad, a horse fucking a
I mean,
kid.
it's every SNL. It's every funny
Right.
clip. It's every woman twerking. It's every sport highlight. It's every fist fight. It's every animal attack. I mean, the list goes on.
We're fucked.
We're fucked, and we know we're hooked, and we still can't do anything about it because it's like you said, heroin is bad, but heroin needles don't have GPS or a phone call or Zoom or email.
Nor do they have the fucking all the smartest people and smartest computers in the world behind things designing to get us.
Yeah, and it's not like people because the phone has. Hey, I could learn Mandarin on this bitch,
Right.
but I could also watch a 18-year-old suck her own toes. You know, so I'm like,
Send me that.
you got it. So I'm like, well, I'll go with the toe. I'll get to the Mandarin later. And it's not like we're using it for the best thing, is what I'm
Right.
saying.
Even talking about this, I'm like, yeah, let me see what's going on over there.
I know. It's right there. But you're right about the business thing, and it has helped humanity. It's changed the world. There's so many perks,
A lot of perks.
but it's
Percocets.
a cum guzzler of a queef dick.
Well,
jizz.
and then you have this, we've talked about this many times, the time where I first worked with Louis 48 years ago. We were out on Long Island in the Berkshires, the fucking Montauk, and I was like, all right, Sarah and I were going, I'm putting my phone away. No phone. We're going to enjoy this. Let me put it on airplane mode. I open my phone. It's a text from Louie. Hey, I got your number from Normand. You want to go out on my boat today?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was 2 minutes away. My whole life changed on that boat.
Oh, that's true.
A whole different world. So you're
Perk.
like, I got to check. And it happens all the time. You're like,
I
you put your
know.
phone away. You get a text that said, hey, do you want to do a $65,000 gig?
Yeah.
And then the next text goes, never mind, we got Normand. And I'm like, this, fuck.
Yeah, true. So, yeah, you can't miss. Well,
No
what if I
miss.
missed a Seinfeld text? I'd jump off the Brooklyn Bridge.
Forget about it. Hey,
Hey.
$7. All right, we got to wrap this fucking thing up. Aldi, what an episode.
You're hung up on Aldi.
It's all-time
Hung up.
episode. You hung up
That's
with
a
some
bagger.
clown from the 60s.
Eric put it out with his big shoe.
Let me see what I got
Where you going to be
here.
there, fat man? Lay it on me, put it right in my ass. Look at the
Okay.
flip-flops on Queefy.
Well, that's from the ward. I need flip-flops that I walk around the gym because I'm all warded up.
Oh, the Wart. Yes.
What are you
Wharton.
doing?
Wharton Business School.
All right. Well, this week, I can't even believe I'm saying this. What the fuck? This week, I'll be in Maine, July 1st. I think that's sold out, though. Atlanta Punchline, July 18th through the 20th. Seattle, the Crocodile Rock, July 15th. August, Crazy Month. Milwaukee Improv, Magoobies, Cape Cod Melody Tent with Lewis and Soder and Dan. That's a stand-up show, not a
Whoa,
podcast.
that's going to be awesome.
That'll be fun. And then Tampa Side Splitters, all in August. I am working too much. September, Oklahoma City, Portland Helium, Indianapolis Helium, Skankfest. I gotta take a year off. This is crazy.
Yeah, you
But,
got a baby to kick around.
I know. And join the Patreon. Speaking of the baby, for God's sakes, we got killer shit on there.
Oh.
Fucking killer.
It's
I'm not
cooking.
just saying that. This isn't, hey, I turned 21, give me some money. This is
Yeah.
a fucking TV station
Yes.
with the boys on there. So get on that.
Sing it, sister. All right, I will be all over the goddamn road. Sioux Falls, Cedar Rapids, Colorado Springs, the other part of Colorado. What's that other one?
Boulder.
Thank you. Richmond, Virginia, Greensboro, North Carolina, Rochester, Minnesota, Rockford, Illinois, Pensacola, Florida. Oh, we're past that. Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Red Bank, New Jersey, Reading, PA, Anaheim, California.
Red Bank.
Oh,
I'll
shit.
open. I'll be living there.
Oh, there you go.
What's the date on that? I might have a house by then.
Well, look at houses. That's in August.
Okay, I'll have an address by there.
There you go. And another kid, Portland, Oregon, London, Ontario, Monterey, Oakland, Edmonton, Toronto.
Monterey. That's supposed to be real nice. What's that, California?
Oh, yeah. That's outside of San Fran.
San Fran, I think. Spend the next couple days there. I've never been. I'm
Okay.
talking like I know it, but I've seen it on television. It's really something else.
Wichita, Kalamazoo, Chicago. What do you got? C-word.
Check out my podcast, Fun Bearable. We're doing our 100th episode live at the Comedy Connection in East Providence, Rhode Island on Sunday, July 21st. And just put out a new fun episode. We do a thing called Pitch Doctors, where when like a new movie comes out, sometimes we'll all take turns trying to like rewrite it and like come up with our own pitches,
Oh, that's
like for the
fun.
new Godzilla and stuff like that. And we just did one for a new Muppet movie, and people are really digging the episode because a big Jim Henson doc just came out.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Henson. What's that on?
It's on Disney Plus. And I pitched a big Muppets do David Fincher 7, and we came up with
Oh,
scripts and
that's
stuff.
fun.
It was really fun. Check it
What's
out.
in the box?
funbearablepod@gmail.com.
John Doe's got the upper hand. All right, thank you, folks. We'll see you all in hell. We're going to do a Patreon bonus right now. You guys
No
are missing
one
out.
wants to be themselves.